Wednesday, and that can only mean one thing, can't it? It's Whisky Wednesday, actually on a Wednesday, which is very different to last week, which wasn't on a Wednesday. So let's get things kicked off nicely. What a beautiful day it is in the UK today. We've still got Aberfeldy going, which is lovely. And we still have some in there, which is lovely. I love the colour of that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Haven't had any tonight. Oh, beautiful sound. In the old Jack Daniels glass. I don't know where I got that from. I've been a Christmas present. Oh, what happened there? I have no idea what happened there. That's a crazy start to Whisky Wednesday, isn't it? My phone just, I don't know, decided to just do something really weird. How bizarre. What is a great opening? Let's do this. Cheers everyone, Whisky Wednesday is up and running. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. That's that hit home at the back of the old throat. So let's get on with it. We always do our intros. Obviously we've got Copper Corner down here. That hasn't changed. And we've got Boo. Hello Boo, how are you? Actually rhymes, doesn't it? Now we've got Jim Wen, all the way from Australia. Hello Jim, how are you? Poker chip time. What we got? We got Addictive to Precious Metals, The Stack Collector, Gold is Gold to Silver, 365, Your Time is Now, Gold Silver Hunter. Middle row, we've got Stephen's Original Channel Poker Chip, Stacker Social, Creative Precious Metals. Oh yeah, that's me. Scott Silver, Blistering Barnacles Adventures, Nerd UK, and then we've got a Stacker Social Pokemon Poker Chip, Cardiff Gold, jumping into silver, original poker chip, jumping into silver, new poker chip, a Stacker Social Burling Edition poker chip, then we've got Crankies poker chip, Cider Sound Man poker chip, poker chip, poker chip, Dark Precious Metals poker chip, which is cool. Then we got, oh, hello sir. I always want to call you Gollum, but you're not. You're oh, blimey, from Harry Potter. Dobby. Hello, Dobby. Then we've got Gold Silver Hunter sticker, Your Time is Now sticker, Scott Silver, jumping into silver, the Cranky Stacker Sound, the Simon, Cider Salmon. You need to change your bloody name, dude. Cider Salmon, and a lovely silver certificate sent to me by 365, which is really cool. Then we've got some gaudy gold and silver stickers up the top there. Now we come down to Silver Stag Stacker. I believe you've got a YouTube channel. I think I heard someone say today. I'll have to check that out, mate. But yeah, Silver Stag Stacker 365. We all know who you are, I do believe. Then we've got Jim sent me this lovely Australian dollar. Creative Precious Metals channel round. Cobra Stacker's first channel round. Then we've got Cider Sound Man's channel round. I think Cardiff Gold made those. Then we've got Addictive to Precious Metals, 1 of 5. Pretty rare. Channel round, and another one of my channel rounds. And then we've got Stephen's channel button, which I absolutely love. followed or next to Euro coin hunt. Michael sent me these marks when we was over in Berlin this year. Then we've got a backyard bullion piece that I think is one of the first pieces he did a live pour on YouTube on Cobra Stackers, one of Cobra Stackers auctions quite some time ago now. That's there. I was lucky enough to get that. Well, I paid for it, obviously. Addicted to Precious Metals, sticker, Cobra Stacker sticker, CY Sterling, 365, Stacker Social, Stack Collector. Then we've got Stephen, God's Money, the curled up listing ring, Particles Advent, I'll leave it curled up now. Nerd UK, special feature that one, with BBA. Daft Precious Metals, I had a chat with him the other day, it was lovely. Gaudy, Cobra. Some nice channel rounds and poker chips there. And then to the left of that, we've got Cobra Stackers membership cards. Two versions there. One on the right's the first, one on the left, the blue one, is the latest version. Then we've got Camel Finance. Check him out, man. If you want to learn some stuff, check him out for sure. Then we've got Cobra with his little gram of backyard bullion gold. God, made some money on that. Cobra Stacker round. Stack Collector, still chopping up that piece of wood. You would have thought he would have got through it by now. Then we have, if we get nicely leveled up again, bang in the middle, we have, oh, why does it keep doing that, man? Stop it. This would give everyone a headache, wouldn't it? I think I know why. I don't think I've got it balanced very well on the phone. So we'll try that, see if that's any better. Oh, what a palaver. I'm not cutting any of this out because it makes it so raw and authentic, which I love a lot. Hopefully that won't do that anymore. So let's have a look. Who we got in the middle? Last but not least, APM sent me that 1 gram silver bar made by obviously Backyard Bullion, and then we've got another one from the Stack Collector there, 1 gram silver bar, and then right in the middle, I noticed he was talking about that today on one of his videos. That's Coin Noob 71, a homemade poker chip, which is so cool. I'm very honoured. I don't think that's one of one. One of one, yeah, it's just one of one. No one else has got one. How lucky am I, man? Very lucky indeed. Right, let's get on. I'm right in a tizzy today with all this. Right, that's it. We're good. We're good. We're good, I think. So there you go, everybody. Thank you very much. Now, over here, right there, last week, I think it was last week or the week before, Jack Stacks sent me that poker chip. And I've got another envelope that come the other day, and I believe it's from him. And this time, yeah, it is from Jack Stack 64. He has sent me, hopefully. Oh wow, that's well taped up. See if we can get it open. Yeah, we can. Inside there, he sent me his very own channel poker chip, Jack Stacks. I love that. So that now, I've actually got one from Jack Stacks properly, his channel. So thank you, Dave. Yeah, thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate that. And that's another one to go up on the stand. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to put an extension on the stand, I think, at some point. because we're beginning to get more and more, which is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So that's intro done. I don't think there's anything else or anyone I've missed. Okay, creative precious metals CPM challenge, creative video challenge. Obviously we had, oh crikey, when did we start? March, April. March was done, April was done, May has just gone. And I believe we've got about 20-ish hours of voting left. If you jump on to Stacker Social, go down to the Whisky Lounge, look for I think I put the post where you can vote for last month's video. I think the post was about the 5th of June 2025. So you can scroll through and yeah, there's about 20 hours left. The winner wins this beautiful, lovely Philharmonic 1 ounce silver coin, which is cool. So that's waiting to go to home. I'll announce the winner probably tomorrow. Keep an eye out on my channel in the posts, and also I'll put the winner in the Whisky Lounge as well over on Stacker Social. There was 4 people that were eligible to enter: Sandy Middleton and Millington. I'm getting all my words muddled up tonight. Sandy Millington, Coin Noob 71, Villainous Bounty, call him VB, and 365. Now, when I had a look before I come over to do this week's Whisky Wednesday, currently Sandy and Coin Noob are level pegging. So hopefully it's not going to be a draw. If it is a draw, I'm just going to flip a coin tomorrow, and yeah, we'll find out who wins. But yes, they've both got 10 votes each. VB, Villainous Bounty, he's got 3, and 365, which I'm very surprised by, only got 1. I was expecting him to maybe get a few more than that, for sure. That was a great, that jigsaw video was really cool. Very creative indeed. Extremely. So yes, it looks like it's a 2-horse race, neck and neck, a big draw. So if you can make a difference and vote, go for it. Who knows? I doubt if many people listening to this will make a difference, but you don't know. You have no idea, really. I have no idea. But anyway, we've had 1 entry into June by Villainous Bounty. Obviously, if he doesn't win this one. And that's it, just 1. So I'm going to be really honest here. If this drops off and there's hardly anyone entering, then I'm going to have to call it a day, really. The whole point of all this is to get people, get as many people up and running and interested in just putting together a creative video. I don't know. I could just do a giveaway and give this stuff away, but crikey, 10 ounces of silver and then a yearly first, second, third prize, I could just give it away willy-nilly. We need to do something for it, and just, I'm a firm believer in, using a bit of creativity. There's a load of noise out there. So, it's just good fun, man. Some of you are making videos anyway. Just make them, just enter them. If you think they're creative, there's no rules. There is absolutely no rules. You're not going to get judged in any way. Look back across previous winners, see what they do, get some ideas, and go for it, man. You just never know. You never know. It's just a bit of fun at the end of the day, but it just makes it a little bit competitive. Blimey, we can't always go through life thinking everything's free. We really can't. It's just not normal. Although it seems to be Maybe that's just me getting old. Maybe that's the new normal. I don't know. So let's cut to the chase. What have I been doing? What's been going on? I've been pretty busy. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched that much. I've had fleety visits through people's videos. Obviously, Coin Noob's done a few things recently. 365 is actually 365 is on a barrage of videos. He's on a mission there, which is cool. Who else? Si's been putting up. I know Si was off last week, so there's a few videos from him. Big fan of Si's channel. I think Jumping's put a few together. Obviously, Cobra Stacker has had his auction. I know he's been pretty busy. By the way, congratulations, dude. You got married yesterday. And all the best to you and your good lady. And yeah, have a really nice time away. You deserve the break, mate. Have a good relax. And you won't hear this, obviously. I just want to put it out there. Have fun, and I'll catch up with you when you come back. So yeah, that's really cool. He's finally tied the knot, which is really great. Formally, properly, Mr. and Mrs. Cobra Stacker. Cheers. Sandy's been posting out, stacking with Cravens, been posting out. I actually had a chance to listen to, because it's a bit of an awkward time for me, 5 o'clock. They do they've started a podcast on Stacker Social. And for every Sunday, 5 p.m, they've started a podcast between them. And they have guests on. And I believe who's on this week? Oh, this is really challenging for me because I have no pre-notes or anything. I think it was cool. Benson's Coins. Oh, and the other one I hadn't heard of before. Oh, Cyforce? Oh, God. That's embarrassing, man. Cyfor something. I think it's Cyfor. I need to look it up. Let's have a damn good looky-uppy and see who that was. I can't because it's on this phone that I'm recording on. Cyforhordian. Well, I might have really messed that up, but I think I got there in the end. That's what rings a bell. Anyway, I listened to that. It's a shame that's not recorded because we have a tea on a Sunday between normally 5 and 6 o'clock. And because it's live and it's not recorded, there's no way of looking it up. So, or catching up on it afterwards. So hopefully they sort it out. But we had a tea early this Sunday, and so that allowed me to be able to sit there and just listen to that. That was really cool. They've done a great job actually. Now, obviously they're trying to get new stackers on board. I know Benson's Coins has got a YouTube channel because I watch his stuff. Does really short videos. Really interesting. Looks like he's got an amazing collection, and it sounds like he's really passionate about what he does. And if I've got this right, Cyforhordian. Oh, I'm sure people correct me. Yeah, what an interesting guy he is. I think he said he's from around the Forest of Dean, into his nature. I like that a lot. Fairly newish into stacking. It was just really interesting. The guys are doing something similar to what I do on my W.O.T podcast. But But just as a general overview within a time period. So I love that. I find that absolutely fascinating. I'm really hoping to get Benson's, when I get myself organised, I'm hoping to get Benson's on for a more in-depth interview type style to get to know him a little bit better in the way I like to do it personally. Yeah, and hopefully I can get the guys on. I have offered to come on as well, if they will have me on. But I'll be a very good boy, I promise. Yeah, I look forward to it. They're doing a great job, a really good job. It's interesting. It's interesting to listen to people's reasons why they get in, why they do their stuff, why they collect this crazy stuff, and stack all this. I'm having a bit of a sort out at the moment. This lot needs to go away, really. But I'm just double checking what I've got and looking at my date runs and bits and pieces. But yeah, it's really interesting to see where they are with their, just purely why they do stuff. I find that really fascinating indeed. So well done, you guys. So long may that continue. It's lovely to listen to, that's for sure. So tonight, well, I was really sitting there thinking, what am I going to do? I almost thought I might go live. I might possibly do a live once a month. Let me know in the comments what you think, and just do a Q&A type thing, where I just give people the opportunity, if they want to, just to ask me stuff, really. Believe it or not, I'm majorly passionate about this stuff. There's a very good possibility going forward you're going to see that passion really explode. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, believe it or not, I'm really passionate about this stuff. I've been around the space for quite a while. Not as long as some people, but long enough. I think I've done my apprenticeship. That's for sure. But that apprenticeship, in my opinion, never stops. Absolutely never stops. So I thought tonight I would just, I would literally just talk about where I am, what I think. I'm going to move this round off of there while I've got this little bit of stuff out. I just want to talk about, what I do, how I feel about silver and gold and copper going forward. Maybe what I've experienced. Yeah, let's just see where it goes, really. I'm just going to have a chat. I'm not going to go into depth about it all. But yes, what have you got? Out in front of you at the moment, we've got a selection of silver and gold. And some copper, obviously, over in the corner there. Now the copper, the reason why I've got copper is, I'm a plumbing and heating engineer, if nobody knows. I think most people know. And copper's been a very important part of my career, obviously. So I have a massive affiliation to the actual metal, because it's looked after me for, dare I say it, 44 years now. And it's helped me continue to do my job. It's been a part of my daily job. It's always been around me. So when copper started to, become a thing in collecting, just zoom in on that, with designs and bits and pieces, I thought, ooh, what a lovely opportunity to just always have something around that reminds me of how lucky I've been in working in an industry that primarily has always been copper orientated. Do I look at it as any type of investment? Well, that's a great question, because I always think to myself, people's perspective of what investment means is different, absolutely different. Now, it's a great investment for me because it's a good reminder. So that value of the reminder is a good investment. If you're just looking at a monetary value, yeah, it's all got a monetary value. Its true value, like any precious metal, is only as much as someone would like to exchange something else with you, whether that's fiat currency, pound, another currency, or maybe something else that they would like to exchange it. So that's where its value is to me, and it's nothing more, nothing less. Would I say that it could be a good futuristic value? Oh, I've since I've been in this space, anything's possible. You don't know. I have no control over what goes on in the big economic macro world. So I've always said no, never say never. But realistically, if we use history, then it's obviously a massive industrial metal made into pretty pieces, which obviously certain mints and people of a creative nature have, brought into the precious metal stackers marketplace. And because it's a cheaper commodity, material, metal to use, then maybe that's more appealing to people to actually collect. So I view that as a collection. Those big kilo pieces in the background are they're eye candy to me. I think that whoever, I can't remember who mints them. I've got one missing at the moment, which is the Eagle. They're really expensive, but they look super impressive. They're beautifully struck. To be honest, I would say from a look point of view, not from a value point of view, but from a look point of view, some of those kilos, especially the snake, all of them really, to be honest, but just use the snake as an example, that the look on there is far outweighs, I haven't got them here, which is a shame, far outweighs like a Queen Bee's 1 kilo. In design, to me personally, I know a lot of people would shout and scream and say, "Oh, kilo Queen's Bees," because you're just thinking about the monetary thing going on there. I'm not talking about the monetary thing. I'm talking about the product of how it looks and the eye candy. The eye candy. That snake looks stunning, and if that was silver, then that would be an incredible piece to own. That the way that looks, the relief on it, the design. If that was a 1 silver kilo piece that looked like that, then that would be up there. I would say personally, it'd be well up there. Whether they can create that in silver the same way as copper, I don't know. Maybe the copper's softer to work for. I really don't know. I don't know. But yeah, just looking at it from a design point of view, it's amazing. So it's super eye candy, and it constantly reminds me of my job. So as far as copper's concerned, yeah, I'll add to it, man. Yeah, it's cheap enough to be able to add to, but it's got to, for me personally, it's got to have some appeal. The 1 ounce pieces in front of it, they're cool, they're nice, like that cooker-berried one in the middle. That's got a nice look to it in the right light. It twinkles and just looks really cool. None of this stuff is tarnishing, which is normal for copper. The interesting thing is this one here is actually a silver coin, but it's been copperized, which is very, very cool indeed. But you look at that detail compared to, I'll do a comparison actually, if I can. I won't take it out of, you tell me, and it's all subjective, you tell me which Britannia stands out the nicest, that one in silver, pure silver, or that one, which is silver, but copperized. That's a no-brainer to me personally. That is beautiful. Absolutely, the detail on that really shows the beauty of the Britannia. But copper's done that. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's what I mean. You know, if you just want something as eye candy and as a collector piece, copper's a really cool thing to have around. It's a great talking point. If you don't believe me, there's the COA on the back of that, copper plated. Now they do a series of these, and this is the only one I could get from Pitcoins. All the others just went, and you can see why. There you go, look, 999 AG, 1 ounce. 200 pieces, but these flew out. I've had that for quite a while. I know the Stack Collector always comments on that one if he's ever talking about it. That he's seen, it is stunning. And they did a whole series. I think they did a Philharmonic, a American Silver Eagle, a Maple, yeah. And I really wanted to get the whole series because they are pretty special. Not a lot of people would know that or see it. Yeah, they're pretty special. And if we're just talking about collecting eye candy and design, you know, the copper really has a thing going for it. The money side of it all, you know, that's a debate that you can have till the cows come home. If I was just stacking for weight and wanting to try and make some sort of bloody return that had half a chance of keeping up with inflation, let alone trying to beat it, yeah, copper's not historically yet. I'm not saying it's going to change. The metal for that to be achievable, if that's your aim. And again, so that's why I've got Copper Corner. That's why I love copper. That gives you a little bit of a back history into why I do that. Now we'll move on. To my nemesis. My nemesis in all of this is silver. Why? Well, silver. What do we know about silver? Big industrial metal. Some people say it's a great hedge against inflation, a good hedge against inflation, or a hedge against inflation. Yep, history tells us that maybe if you're in it for long enough, then possibly, the jury's out of my mind still, possibly that can be a good piece of sound evidence. I haven't witnessed it yet. Why do I say that? The reason why I say that is I personally believe, this is all my personal opinion, it's nothing more, it's just my personal opinion. I personally believe that if inflation was, if we was going through a consistent inflation, or under the Keynesian economics that economics of how the financial system works, then if that was consistent, then I would say that I could really see the evidence that silver would be consistently over a long period of time a good hedge against that inflation, as long as that inflation was down in that sort of 2% mark. Now, obviously, we went through a period, and probably many of you have experienced it, and lots of people talk about it, pre-2020, that, you know, we're going down into negative interest inflation rates. It was so low, so silver didn't have to do a lot, really, to stay in front. And historically, it didn't. We all know about the stories about manipulation of bits and pieces. Well, that's fine. It is just what it is, and I'm not going to get into that debate. That can be another thing, and people talk about that on my podcast. And lots of people have got videos on that. But unfortunately, since 2020, and the crazy times of what happened in 2020, 21, 22, you know, inflation has been totally blown out the water through money printing, money debasement. If anyone doesn't know that, I highly recommend you do some research on that. But you only have to do some basic maths to work out how, if you're in a situation where you have to pay bills and mortgages and bits and pieces. Yeah, unfortunately, inflation's gone through the roof, and it's far outstripping what what these are accruing in value. That's beautiful. I love this. Absolutely love it. Out of interest, one of the original Silver Phoenix bars, when they were brought out, no serial number on. All the latest ones have all got serial numbers on. These were promo without the serial numbers on. Very special to have. Nice bit of history from the Ball Mint there. Yeah, these 1 ounce, you know, it doesn't matter, silver as a rule. To me, and this is only to me, silver hasn't really done that hedge against inflation. Now, if we hadn't have blown and printed God knows how much flipping money and debased the hell out of it, pardon me, and seen true inflation rates go through the roof, if you're paying bills, I don't know what your personal situation, oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. This is bad. It worked. It worked. Yeah, sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, if you're paying your bills, you should be aware, or anyone that's purchasing stuff in a wonderful economic way of how we do stuff in the Western economy. We're consumers now. When we consume, we're exchanging our fiat currency, which in the UK is a pound, obviously, for products and services. And those products can be anything, obviously clothes, whatever, food. When you actually look at, especially food, cars, all that big manufactured stuff, not the cheap stuff that you know, like some cheap clothing brands or some expensive clothing brands, where products are made very cheaply. You know, they haven't been overly affected, but your normal day-to-day power, energy, electricity, gas, etc., etc., has gone through the roof over the last two years. And this stuff, as beautiful as it is, or just simple, these I'm going to explain. I should really use, you know, the very simple Britannia, the basic Britannia silver bullion piece in the UK. This stuff hasn't kept up. It truly hasn't. It has increased in value, but there's a big difference to me personally. There's a massive difference, and that massive difference is it's cool that it might go up £1, £2. Recently, it's gone up a couple of quid, couple of pounds. You know, in dollars, that's, you know, it's been a little bit more, but it's still not enough. And there's no signs, if you do your research, there's no signs of this reversing and going back to how it was. So, for me, my stacking strategy, and the reason why I got into silver, and we'll talk about gold in a minute, the reason why I got into silver, God, crikey, 3 years ago, was it now? I don't know, it all goes so quickly. 3 years ago is I saw, I didn't have the vision of experience to compare. All I saw was, you know, it's a hedge against inflation, it's only going to go up, and the reasons why it's going to go up, and it's going to outstrip, da, da, da. Very naive, but that's where we get in. We always get in at the price and at the time when we get in. And it's simple as that, really. It's nothing more, nothing less, you know. This is why, very interesting, you know, fractional Britannias have you know, have come to their forte, you know, in a 1/4 ounce, 1/10 ounce. It's all to do with what we can afford. So that was I had a bit of a stumbling block last year. I had a really good think about, oh wow, if I'm going to collect, stack silver, it's got to have some sort of return, especially at my age. It's got to have some sort of return that is going to be of significant time and effort of exchanging my time and energy through that exchange of fiat into an investment. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not an investment, but it's got to pay me back something. Because at the end of the day, once, I'm going to be really crude here, once I'm gone, I'm gone. Really and truly, you know, there's no getting away from it. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. And I just want to try and preserve that time and energy that I do on a day-to-day basis, going out to exchange my time and energy for products and services, plumbing and heating, obviously, to my customers. They then pay me in fiat currency, still do. No one pays me in silver, no one pays me in gold, no one pays me in anything else. It's just the current currency, which is the pound. I've got to work out, you know, if I'm going to then exchange it into something like this, is that going to be of any benefit in the strategy of my exit plan, whether it's for me and my wife, just my wife, if I go, my kids, my grandkids, da da da. So to cut a long story short, that I got to that position last year. I think the back end of last year, I was really thinking really hard about, is this going to be the best strategy with my silver part of my portfolio? And I come up with, and by then, trust me, I had stacked hard, really stacked hard. You've only got to go back through my videos. You can see, I'm not quite sure. I did it. I showed quite a bit of my stuff, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I did. So you can go back. I'm not lying. It's all recorded. But I stacked pretty hard, hard, under a illusion that was my own being, that without the knowledge and experience that I thought that this was the right thing to do with that portion of money that I was putting into silver. Anyway, my confidence just didn't grow. The more I educated myself on inflation, economics, macroeconomics, world economics, and the effects of what my current currency that I'm using, the effects of what's going on in that space. So I come to the conclusion that, right, and it was really difficult for me because I love this stuff. I am absolutely 100% addicted to this. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to deny that statement. You know, I am 100% addicted to it. I have all sorts, absolutely all. These things are beautiful. I had loads of them. So I went mad, absolutely mad, thinking that was going to be a good idea. Build the stack, get some weight. My first goal was 100 ounces. My second goal was 2. Someone's on sign up to 5. And then my big goal was 1,000. And then last year, I just like, whoa, I'm not sure this is the right thing to do because of my personal understanding. So I made a decision. I know it was a really difficult decision to make because if you go back over my videos, you can see it. I mean, you stick all this stuff out. It's eye candy to die for. And, you know, I know a lot of people have got a lot more, a lot less. It's irrelevant. What's out there is irrelevant. It's eye candy, and it's a beautiful expression of preserving some sort of time and energy that we go out and work bloody hard to get, that fiat currency. It's a beautiful expression of saving. It really is. There's no doubt. So I've been addicted, and I will continue to be addicted. But of course, all that happened, and I started to fight confliction of knowledge in my head against the addiction of what I was doing. And that was really important for me because I had to make a decision. And I decided to sell a fair proportion of my silver stacking weight bullion, standard bullion stack. And I think I made that's public knowledge. And I did that, and yeah, I done okay. It didn't make me rich. I knew it wouldn't make me rich, but it was very interesting for me. I made a decision. I thought I need to get rid of X amount. It was a high 5-figure number in pounds. It means that just means absolutely ridiculously nothing, because it doesn't matter whether it's a low figure, whether it's £10, £20, £1,000, 20 grand, whatever. It's irrelevant to me. But I made that decision, but I couldn't break myself away from the beauty of what silver represents to me. I've still got that addiction. I've still got that love. So I hate this terminology because I've turned into mainly more of a collector of fine pieces that I like. You know, me personally, a collector of fine pieces, which inadvertently becomes a weight stack anyway, because at the end of the day, you know, it's like 2 ounces. This is beautiful. 2 ounces. It's 2 ounces. You know, 2 ounces of silver. 1 ounce. Forget the design. Forget all that. 5 ounces. You know, 10 ounces. 10 ounces. You know, it's all stuff. Sorry, got it around the wrong way. You know, so it has weight. So I've still got a weighted stack of silver, but it's premium silver. It's silver that, you know, like on days like today, I'm off this week, so I've got a bit of time to do a bit of sorting out. You know, it's for me, it's premium silver with a stack weight yeah, and it's something that I can keep on enjoying. So I can keep my addiction going. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? Addiction. It's a disease. So I can keep that addiction going. But it was a great exercise because it meant that because of what I do and what I like, and hopefully, you know, this might give you a bit of an insight into me. Because of what I like and my interest in economics, my new interest in economics, and trying to, because I'm a father of 3 children, they're all trying to preserve their wealth. They're asking me more questions. I've got to, I'm almost a guinea pig. I've become the guinea pig to try and work out through my experience a good understanding of what they could be doing themselves. And the exercise has been absolutely unbelievable. But I mustn't forget myself in that space as well. I mean, you look at these. They're gorgeous. I understand why you guys love your stackables. I really do, because they're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But to me, not only are they wonderful pieces of art that I can really, really super enjoy, yeah, you pay a premium for it. Forget all the money for a minute. I can super do enjoy it, but it's 2 ounces of silver. Now, if they stay with me for 10 years, and I don't know what's going to happen to the silver price, and I don't even know what it's going to be priced in 10 years' time in our economic times, but it's still 2 ounces of silver. So I've got the benefit now of being a stacker, yeah, stacker of weight, with the beauty of collecting lovely pieces of artwork on a product that I'm addicted to. So that's how I got to that situation today, just in case everyone thinks, oh, what are you doing, CPM? You know, it's you've chopped and changed. The reason why I've chopped and changed is because I've been on a learning curve, a total learning curve of finding out what I want to do, and that isn't for anybody else. You do what you want to do, but I thought I'd just take that opportunity in this Whisky Wednesday to just explain what I do, you know. So anyway, I got rid of quite a high amount of money, which amazed me how quick I could get hold of a bolt. I got rid of it as a bolt. That was a really good experiment, actually. I have a fairly good, I did a video about having a relationship with someone that you can get rid of product reasonably quickly, and I liquidated, I'm not going to say how much because that's irrelevant, totally irrelevant, but I was very pleased. I liquidated you know, a substantial amount of silver within an hour due to my you know, due to doing that little bit of work of how to do it. So that was really cool, and then I pre-invested that into something else, but that's not for this channel. So that's my silver. So my silver, you might see me buying odd bits if you're around in Cobra's auction, or bits that's going to appear like my date runs, and my Britannias, my swans and emus, and African wildlife series, and kookaburras, which I'm now, you know, concentrating on. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm collecting beautiful pieces of, yeah, they're premium silver pieces. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, premium spot, blah, 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 you know, 365 does great videos on that. Cider Salmon does great videos. Cobra Stacker does great chats on that. All the guys do, you know, Stack Collector, talk about on their channels. You know, I'm hoping to do more about that side of things going forward, because it's important to know for new people coming in. So that's where I got with my silver. So in case anyone thinks I've got a big down on silver, you're so wrong, because this is, you know, there's about, I don't know, off the top of my head, 180 ounces of, you know, premium-ish collectible, and it's probably 200 ounces in the whole, you know, in here at the moment, you know. Yeah, and that's a small part of my collection, but I've just backed off of it, you know, through personal knowledge and growth of understanding of economics within the industry. But that's personally what I did. I don't want anybody to follow anything that I say. If anything, or if it prompts you to go and learn a little bit more, that's the whole idea of my channel. Nothing more, nothing less. It's how it started. I've lost my way a little bit on that. But it's, you know, I'm coming back to it. If I can give people little pointers, then great. This is all a bit of, what's the easiest way to put it? It's a great way to use a part of your time and energy in storing, but don't be disillusioned into thinking that it's going to give you something that probably it won't in a short period of time. It's got to be a long period of time. All this in front of you, it doesn't worry me about the premiums. If I want it, I'm never going to sell it. The stuff that I will sell, I've sold, but I ain't going to sell this stuff unless I'm and to be fair, if the silver price, as I've spoken about, went crazy for a very short period of time, then I would just look at this as pure stacking weight, nothing more, nothing less. And it's gone as long as I'm exchanging it into something that's going to give me more value. I'm not going to do it into a pound note that has got no value at all, or a dollar that's got no value at all. It's got to be exchanged into a pound note that's going to give me value to exchange it into something else. So that's where I am with silver. Hopefully that makes, if anyone's not very clear on, or want to ask me questions, then go for it, man. It's really cool. I don't mind. I'm very chilled out about all this stuff now. I like to do a lot of work on myself to actually understand and get to where I want to be and move forward with it. So that brings me to gold. I've got some gold stuff, bits and pieces. Now gold, it's the same thing. Gold to me is the same thing as what I just spoke about in silver. Now gold, you know, it has the same thing. It's an industrial metal. End of story. It's one of the biggest things, the biggest industrial use probably out there is in jewelry. A lot of people forget that. When we talk about a market cap of 20 trillion in gold, probably, I don't know, but as a rule, it's probably almost half of that is in jewelry. You know, and we're paying massive premiums for that stuff, and we always have done. You know, in different cultures around the world, they put an even bigger premium on it. You know, gold is gold. Gold is gold. I entered the gold buying bug, you know, roughly a little bit after I got into the silver bit, which I just showed you. And yeah, I went crazy on gold, you know. Now gold has done something a little bit more than silver, which, what did that tell me? Well, when I first got back in, I love my sovereigns. I love, you go back on my videos and you can see. You can see I've showcased gold pieces. This is just something that I don't keep everything at home. But obviously I keep a few bits. But gold sovereigns made sense to me. Liquidation makes sense to me. Collectible gold pieces, I've only got the 1/10 here today. Yeah, sovereigns are collectibles to me. You can buy different dates. You can collect date runs. The Spanish silver, the Spanish gold 1/10 ounces. they're collectible, they're lovely date runs. Gold is no different to silver, but it's got a higher price target because it's rarer, apparently. It's more scarce. It's historically looked at differently. Historically, it's looked at as a better store of value. You know, there's a great saying that we're probably all aware of. You know, an ounce of gold will buy you a fine suit whenever in time and history. So that's basically saying it will keep up with the price of inflation. Now, when we look at what I said about the silver bit, gold has actually, up until the beginning of this year, has been the same as silver, really. Maybe a little bit more at the back end of last year. We saw a bigger move. Now, historically and economically and globally, because gold has only been the ultimate probably store of value to protect our wealth, and I hate saying that because we're not wealthy. In the true aspect, when we compare ourselves to central banks, we're nothing, absolutely nothing. But the central banks, big money, and we're talking about billions, millions, used to mean a lot, not anymore at that level, would do to us, guys. Billions is what millions used to mean to me back in the 80s, and now there's talk about trillions, like trillions is the thing now. These guys are storing billions of currency in gold. There's other things we can store it in, but that's not anything to do with this video. So, due to economic circumstances, gold has been a great indicator to me of what's going on. There's a big shift. Gold price has gone crazy cool. I personally, in my time of, when we first started collecting and buying these pieces, I do love these cooks. Looking forward to the 2025 version coming out very soon. Hopefully I'll have that. But yeah, gold has gone crazy, and the reason why it's gone crazy is because there's panic of storing wealth at that very high level into the metal. It's just a metal at the end of the day. And that's to try and compensate for the crazy debt-orientated world that we all live in. The system's collapsing. There doesn't seem to be a simple answer. So people with very, very big amounts of money are trying to store and back up their wealth in gold. That's a very, very crude way of me putting it. But there's so many channels out there you can go out there and learn about all this. So gold is always been that standard of, yes, it will keep up and normally outbeat inflation. Now that had a problem back in 2021 when I was talking about silver, because it wasn't doing it. I don't think that maybe, I don't know, because I'm not at that level, but I presume people at that level didn't think we'd be in this sort of situation 4 years down the line since then, 5 years down the line. So because I didn't see that, and then all of a sudden people started to see it and then thought, oh wow, oh dear, maybe this is a reality. Maybe we do need to protect ourselves a little bit more. And obviously we've got a big Eastern influence in the world compared to the West. And yeah, gold was hoarded. And yeah, you've seen a lot of value pump into the gold marketplace. And we've seen gold go crazy. But is it crazy? Is it not just doing what it's supposed to do? And it's probably doing what it's supposed to do, and potentially, according to lots of other people out there, then if this craziness continues in the global economic way that we do stuff, then this craziness hasn't finished. But for me, I sold some of my gold. I got out at, I don't know what the spot price is at the moment. Is it in pounds? Is it about 2.4? Isn't that 2.4, 2.5, 2.4, 2.3, something like that? But I managed to get out at its, you know, it's near to its all-time high, and I just had the same feeling. I just thought, you know, can I possibly manage to buy the same quantity going forward to let it do what I want my exchange of time and edit? I know this sounds really stupid, but my time scale, I'm 60, so my time scale of investing and passing on some value going forward is very, very much different to my youngest boy, for argument's sake, who's 23. His timescale is massive. So his portfolio is very different to mine. So, yeah, although gold's doing its thing and we all get on like, oh my God, it's gone up, whatever. Yeah, to be fair, some of these pieces, well, some of the pieces I've still held on to, yeah, they've doubled, you know, in 3 years, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. So from a gold point of view, to me, that proved that at certain times when there's a issue globally, then gold is a great asset to hang on to. So I didn't get rid of as much gold, but I did get rid of some. Because I looked at that as an opportunity because I wanted to get into something else that was going to give me an even better return, and everyone knows what that is anyway. And that's really cool. So, yeah, gold is... I'm doing the same thing with gold. I buy the, you know, I love my sovereigns, but I'm not crazy addicted to it. I've got another investment that is to date far outweighing what I would like from the product in return value. So that's become more of a priority to me because it's just outsmarting everything I ever talk about on here, which is cool. But I still see it as a real core, valuable store of value, but in a collecting way still. It's the same as silver. So I've backed off with gold. I don't talk about gold as much. I mean, bloody hell, it's really expensive to buy in a physical format anyway. I think everyone would notice that, you know, everyone was talking about gold, God knows how, loads, especially last year. It was like, yeah, gold. And then when it sort of went up, you know, another £1,000, it was just like, no one's talking about it because no one can frigging afford it. But, you know, it doesn't make these affordable. Yeah, it bloody well does. It really does. You know, it's a gram of gold. So, is it still investable? Yeah, man. Big time. It really is. it's well investable, but it's collectible as well. So this is an important part of my collecting still. I will still, you know, find these pieces. It's like really different, you know, different pieces like this here. 10 grams of gold. Quality, you know where I got this from. I ain't getting rid of this. Special. It's 10 grams of gold. 10 grams of gold is 10 grams of gold. You know, it's collectible pieces. Important part of my portfolio. I want to enjoy it. It's difficult to do because it's really expensive, and because I just do not do precious metals. It is an important part of my portfolio. But experience, time in the market, what I do personally, it isn't the be all and end all of everything. You know, to some people it is, and that's cool. To me it was, you know. It was really, you know, I was crazy about it all. Absolutely crazy about all of this stuff. You know. But it's still an important part of creative precious metals. It really is. It's I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate. I can enjoy this stuff. But at the same time, I'm not being stupid about it anymore. I have been stupid about it. But circumstances have changed, and for me, I either ignored it all or I changed with it all. And hopefully this explanation on tonight's Whisky Wednesday has explained my ups and downs, why I've changed stuff, why I'm not just a stick in the mud, one-stop pony channel. I'm not that person. I can't be that person. If I'm not prepared to be flexible and change, then how the hell can I help my children? You know, if I can't change, or I can't adapt, and I can't think outside the box a little bit. I can't think from their point of view or someone else's point of view. But the reality is, it's just a point of view. I have no control over the market. The market will be the market. An ounce of gold will be an ounce of gold at spot price. An ounce of silver will be an ounce of silver at spot price. An ounce of copper, you get the drift, you know. I love it all. I've gone mad. It's made sense. A lot of it hasn't made sense. And I'm just bringing that to my journey, you know. And I need to share that. Well, I don't need to share it, but I'm choosing to share it. Got to be careful. Got to be careful what we're doing. As I've displayed here today, I like my precious metals. Anyone that thinks I am an anti-precious metals person, hopefully that's disproved that. I'm just as passionate as when I first started. The only difference is unfortunately I've learnt lots of stuff that have made me think differently. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just made me personally think differently about what I'm personally trying to achieve. So there's a problem with stackables, stacking, collecting. I personally think that we get a little bit too dimensional in labelling who we are. Now that's fine when we've got consistency in the market. But if you're deadly honest with yourselves and you're a true person of education, then most of us will see, definitely since 2020, consistency in market has gone out the window. So it makes information really difficult to be consistent with, because we've got an ever-changing world. I hope that makes sense. If you're still with us, cheers. I am addicted to silver. I love my gold. I love my copper. I love my channel. And hopefully that will be of some use, you know, to everybody. It's an ever-changing space, and money is at the heart of all of it. There's a very, very good point I just want to make before I go. The one thing that doesn't change is the part of the market that wants you to believe in certain aspects of the marketplace that's selling. I hate saying this, but it's a true reality. Within everything, every single space that I've explored, there's people that are just trying to get your money for their own means, and they will sell you an idea based on, to be fair, history and old economics. But they'll only tell you what they need to tell you to hopefully get you to exchange your money for something that they're trying to sell you. So just be careful, you know. That will be in all industries, not just this industry, absolutely everything. Just be careful, just think about what you're doing. But hey, it is what it is. VB! We was talking the other day, me and Phyllis Bounty, and it is what it is come up, and we said it's such a powerful thing because it is. You know, we all use it as an excuse. Oh, it is what it is. No, it isn't. It isn't what it is. But it is what it is. There you go. That's confusing, and probably a lot of you go, oh my God, he's had too much whiskey, I'm going to shut it off. But really think about what I was just saying. Just think about it. So I hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, I love my silver. I love my gold. I love my copper. And I love doing what I'm doing, you know. I really do. I really do. I love, I get very frustrated with myself. And sometimes that can overspill, and I do apologise, but I don't apologise. That's just me being me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, actually. I'm dead excited about potentially what's going to happen within the channel. The channels is super cool, but I thought I'd just really do this because that's CPM honesty at 100% chilled out level. I love my silver. I love the silver community. I love my gold. I love my gold community. I love the copper. I love my gold, my copper community. I love my channel, and I love the community around it. And I really, really, really appreciate everybody that tunes in and yeah, leaves a comment. So please, if you got this far, like, comment. If you got any comments, please leave them in the comments part of the chat. I hate all this, but yeah, please do. And if anybody would like a chilled out conversation about what I do, then please come on. I'm very open to go on people's channels and talk about it. You talk about my you know, what I've just talked about here in a little bit more depth, without the whiskey, just with a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm really open to that. I'm not an ogre, I'm not a crazy guy. I'm very passionate about gold, silver, precious metals, just like everyone else is. I have no gains from it. I just want to help people. End of story. So, yeah, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to, please vote for the challenge. Please get involved with the challenge. You know, I think the next June's prize, if you've made it this far, is Krugerrand. Really cool. Love the Krugerrand. A lot of history there in the Krugerrand. A lot of history. But yeah, that's June's prize. But as I said, like if it all starts to melt away and I hardly get anyone involved, then yeah, I'll call it quits. And we've had a go at getting the community to try and get involved. Don't forget, there's 20 hours left to vote, probably 19 by now. Truck on over to Stackers Social. Get into the Whisky Lounge. If you want to chat, you see me in there, get in there. Ask me stuff, man. If you want, and if you want me to do a live once a month, where we can do a Q&A, then let me know. If you don't let me know, then I don't know, do I? Other than that, take good care. Love you all lots. Look after yourselves. Peace. Take care. Bye.